All right, some breaking news coming in at this moment. Many are believed to be injured in a low-intensity blast on the early morning Kolkata local train. The police say that 7 people are likely to be injured and close to 7 have been released with first aid. Now, this appears to be an altercation between two groups, probably criminals traveling in the train. Let's go across to Manogya. Manogya, just take us through what really is the police saying at this moment. What time did this incident happen? As far as this blast is concerned, what is really the intensity of this blast?
Well, the blast took place in the first train that chugged out of Shialda railway station. It left Tita, was heading Kharda when this blast took place. We told that this was appears to be an altercation between two criminal groups who were traveling in the train at that time. Then one of them hurled bombs. But surprisingly, the fact is that how come he was carrying bombs, and the fact that he was traversing in the train at that hour. The people who were surrounded were mostly workers class who used to travel at long distance trains at this hour. But besides that, we told that it's around 7 to 18 people who were injured in this. Some of them have been released on first aid, but most of them have been injured. The intensity of the blast is yet to be identified, so forensic teams have been called in and they will ascertain the quantum of loss and the intensity of the blast.
No, so at this moment what you are saying, Manogya, that the police has initially found that these are local criminal groups, so in a way ruling out some terror angle.
Well, they are saying that this is possibility of an altercation because it was not, according to the first-hand accounts gathered from the locals who were traveling in the train and who have been released. This is what they've gathered, and they say that it was not an intentional blast. That is what prima facie reports suggest. But there could be another angle to it. There could be more to it than is what meeting the eye. But there is a possibility that there could have been intentionally kept it. But the damage of the coach and the damage of the injuries of the people do not suggest so.
Well, that brings me to the next question, Manogya. How were, even if they were low intensity, how were these bombs actually allowed inside a train? I mean, let's give you an example of Delhi Metro. It is manned by, the CISF. What about the Kolkata local?
Well, the Kolkata, Shialda railway station and other railway stations are manned by RP for the security and GRP for the surrounding security. We also know that there has been always a difference of opinion between the government reserve police, which is a state force, and the railway police force, which is the central government working under railways. But besides that, there has been a difference of opinion. But this should lead to bombs being allowed to be carried, but that also signifies a major security lapse on the part of both the forces as far as the carrying of bombs into the train is concerned.
Where exactly did this incident happen, Manogya, and where was this train going?
The train left Shialda railway station around 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning. Between that time, it is one of the first trains to check out of Shialda railway station. Remember, Shialda railway station is one of the most crowded railway stations of the country. This train is the Shialda main section train. It was traversing from Shialda to Titagarh and then to Kharda. The train had just left Kharda, had left Titagarh and was heading towards Kharda. And this is when the blast took place.
Okay, these are, Manogya, even as you speak, we are getting visuals of that local train, visuals coming in from inside that local train. Some of these visuals have graphic content, so viewer discretion is required at this moment. You can see this is of course a local train that travels between suburbs to the main city. This is one such train that was plying very early in the morning. As Manogya is in fact telling us, right now the train is at Barakpur as the shots that we can see coming in, streaming in from a news agency. So these are visuals of the police actually reaching there. The locals, eyewitnesses are basically explaining to the police what exactly they saw. As Manogya is in fact telling us, it seems to be an altercation at this moment between two criminal groups who hurled bombs at one another, but then this is a shocking security lapse as to how bombs were allowed, even if they were low intensity, as it now appears, how were they in fact allowed inside the train?